Hello, viewers, and welcome back to Kokomimi's AI Presidential D&AMP-D campaign, a homebrew adventure with Marrack the Wizard, Donna the Barbarian, and Benjen the Bard Cleric set in the kingdoms of Melodia and Harmonia. If this is your first time on our channel, take a look at the playlist with all the episodes, in order, linked in the card above. Barack, you did the recap of the last episode. I believe that means it's Donald's turn this episode.
You got it, Ben. All right. In the last episode, the party took care of some shopping in Salt Wish, and Donna is now covered in golden jewelry so that she can flex on any and all opponents. They will see Her Majesty and cower before the fights even begin. And Donna will graciously choose to spare them or cut off their heads with her mighty axes, should they be deserving of punishment. After that, the party took part in a celebration of Donna's achievements, namely slaying the monster, Serene, that had placed a charm over the town. The weird mushroom witch/sorcerer lady, Memm, heard of Donna's achievements and traveled far to take part in the celebrations. We also met a tiefling named Carrion, and I think he was from Harmonia, though that part wasn't exactly clear.
I'll clear that up. Yes, he was.
Right, and he gave Sleepy Joe some PTSD at the thought of someone waking him up from his naps.
I can never forgive Ben for creating such a horrifying character. Will we ever be meeting her? I need to steel myself for that day.
You might. Anyway, thank you for the recap, Donald. It was, about half accurate. Again, if any of that sounds unfamiliar, you might have missed an episode. Now, to speed things up a bit, we'll say that the party has picked up their various goods from the vendors of Saltwish and gotten all of that settled.
Does that mean no more Mr. Whiskers?
No more Mr. Whiskers. Don't worry. I'll make it up to you, Joe. Going through the relevant information from the top, though. Marrack and Benjen have their fairy jar from the carnival. Marrack also has a new sash made from the protective blue fabric, which adds 2 points to his armor class and gives increased protection against thunder and lightning damage. In addition, Mavana's family concocted 2 splash potions that will set an enemy or item on fire when thrown. They deal 3d6 of fire damage, but will create a large explosion and light surroundings on fire, so use them carefully.
Dangerous, but certainly useful. Glad I thought of those while we were doing our shopping, and I'm happy to add a bit to my armor class and gain some more protection. I was really suffering during some of those fights.
Next, Benjen, you delivered Mr. Whiskers to Oxius and received your reworked dagger from Humphrey, the blacksmith.
Meow meow forever.
Your dagger now does an additional 5 damage with your hits. Remember that you can recall it with your sheath as well.
But Ben, you took away Mr. Whiskers. How could you?
We'll get to that in a second, Joe. I swear. Last is Donna. Donna, you got a lower elemental jar and some salted ale from the carnival. You also earned the pearl inside of the giant clam from the clam roll. It has no magical properties, but you can, of course, sell it for gold.
Don't forget about the bangles, Ben. I want to hear every detail about Donna's new drip.
Well, she now has 10 gold bangles with a gem inlaid in each.
Read them off.
Really?
Don't you dare skimp out on Donna.
Fine. 2 alexandrite, 2 sapphires, 5 aquamarine, and 1 topaz.
This is the first of many ventures, boys, in adding plenty of drip to Donna's character. By the end of this campaign, I want her to be covered head to toe in gold.
That is unnecessary, totally obnoxious, and will be very loud. Donna is going to be jingling all through the forest.
My money don't jingle jingle. It folds.
You all are just jealous that I had such a brilliant idea.
I think that takes care of everything. If I forgot anything, then the comments will be sure to remind me. I also wanted to mention that Oxius gave the party an old map of Melodia. I'll put that up on screen so you can take a look. It is a basic map that only lists a few key places in the kingdom, but I'm sure the party will find it of interest.
A couple of new places we haven't heard about here. I suppose we'll have a chance to check them out in the campaign.
You might. Also keep in mind that this map is old.
So possibly out of date. Got it.
Though I'm sure large settlements would still be around in some capacity. Even if they aren't still full of people, we'd find evidence of civilization. Interesting. If viewers are interested, we might create a Google Drive folder with stuff like these maps or character sheets. Depends if people want to see those.
Yeah, and there are also spare generations from the AI art that our writer wasn't able to use. Some of them are a little inappropriate. I can't believe the generators would put Donna in such a tiny
I'm not sure they need to see those. Maybe in the future. Well, I think I'm done with the map for now. Let's get a move on to the next temple. Looks like we can make our way through the forest to get there. It also appears like there is a river we'll have to cross to get to the next temple, but we'll deal with that when it comes.
I think I'm done with this town as well. All in all, not a bad place. Definitely improved my opinion for throwing a celebration party of Donna.
That was a celebration for all of us, Donna.
I always like this town since they have fishing, my favorite pastime.
Not this shit again.
You might make fun of him, Donna, but Benjen's interest in fishing actually helped us put together a small mystery in this town.
But it also painted a target on our back. Cyrene wouldn't have honed in on us if he hadn't bought the eel jerky back in the first episode. And I think it would have been much more interesting to come to the town when everyone was hypnotized or whatever.
Yeah, that does sound slightly more interesting than what panned out. Oh, well, all we can do is move forward.
With that then, will the party set off for the next leg of their adventure?
Yeah.
All right. The party makes their way to the entrance of Saltwish, where they see a number of familiar faces. First is Memm accompanied by Mavana. By their side is Kaylee, one of the guards you saw with Saltwish's mayor, as well as the female guard who first arrested Donna, who is looking rather nervous as the party approaches.
Adventurers, I'm so glad that I caught you before you all left. Memm will be escorting me back to her home and to the first temple. The mayor assigned some guards to help with the journey. You know Kale, of course, but this is Lynette. She's captain of the city guard.
The female guard shifts in place.
Hello, again, adventurers. I hope we can...
Have you all met before?
Yeah, Lynette arrested Donna when we first arrived in Saltwish.
Yes, about that.
No worries, Lynette. No harm done.
Seriously, I thought you would have something else to say.
Donna would never hold it against anyone if they were under some sort of magical enchantment or curse, or whatever Cyrene used. Besides, I will take it as a compliment that they saw my absolute raw power emanating from Donna and sent the best of their warriors to arrest her.
Well, if you put it like that...
How come Donna is so understanding all the time, but Donald is a major asshole? I doubt you would be so forgiving to the people who arrested you in real life.
Damn it, Joe. I told you that I didn't want to talk about that when we play this game.
We can't resist poking the bear. Or dragon.
I'm getting into the role play. I have told you that Donna is the kindest, most beautiful, strongest warrior woman, and I will play her as such. Now let's hurry up with the goodbyes so we can go kill stuff in the forest.
Right, sure. Well, Mavana, it's been a pleasure meeting you. Hopefully we'll get to see you again later in our adventure.
I would like that very much.
We can grab some salted ale at the tavern when all this is over.
Take good care of Eugene for me, Mavana. Treat him gently and with love.
Oh, I almost forgot.
She rifles through her bag and produces a cage charm similar to the one Benjen now carries. With a swipe of her hand and some silent magic, the cage expands, and out hops a vibrant green frog.
Hey, I thought my artifact was special from the ruins.
I told Oxyus about your charm, and he made something similar for myself.
You mean we could go and have multiples of that artifact? 1, that is not fair, Ben. 2, that is so broken and we need to abuse it.
Well, it's not the same as your artifact, of course. Oxyus made a much simpler version. Mine only houses my frogs.
Ah, yeah. Benjen's, as far as I know, doesn't have any restriction on the type of creature we put inside.
Mavana steps over to Benjen and gently places the frog in his hands.
I will treat Eugene well, so please treat this one gently as well. He will be more than happy to travel with you all, and you may find him useful in combat.
I will love him with all of my heart and name him Prince Hops.
Benjen, kiss the frog and find out if you're truly a Disney princess.
Silly Donna, you have to ask for consent.
Brave of you to bring that up, Joe.
I'll stop the three of you there before things get further derailed.
Prince Hops should make you a fine companion for traveling, Benjen. He is not particularly suited for combat, but if you are in a pinch, he may be able to offer support. I trust that you will treat him well and with love.
I assume you three are on the road to the final temple, no?
That is the plan, yes.
Very good. You'll have a journey ahead of you through the rainforest, but you three are much more experienced by now and shouldn't have much trouble.
Take good care of our friend Mavana, please. She has been good to us, and I think she will make an excellent servant of the goddess.
Yes, I will do that. On a different note, the three of you ought to stop by the ruins between here and the next temple. You may find them enlightening. Well worth your time.
Boring.
And for the less academic inclined of your party, I'm sure there will be some plunder to find by the way of treasure.
Sounds like a good deal. We should check it out.
The viewers can't see it, but I'm rolling my eyes.
Think of it this way, Marrack. If Memm says that the ruins would interest your academic mind, I bet any treasure we find there will add to the discoveries.
I guess you have a point there. It seems like they're on the way anyway. We can make camp there and do a bit of exploring before we get back on the road.
Excellent. Those ruins have remained untouched for a number of years. I'm sure some of the more obvious treasure will be long gone from scavenging parties, but there will be plenty of hidden gems to find, I'm sure.
Thanks for the tip. We'll check them out. Farewell, Mavana. I hope that our paths will cross again in the future. We'll buy you an ale and you can tell us about your journeys when our pilgrimage is over.
With Prince Hops in hand and goodbyes said, Mavana and Memm's party make their way down the beach, waving all the way. Your party turn into the rainforest to begin the trek towards Melodia's final temple and its dungeon.
I'm gonna miss her.
Don't worry, there will be plenty of opportunities for the party to pick up additional friends and companions.
Joe, are you crying about an NPC?
She was so nice, her hair smelled like ocean breeze.
God above.
Who are you talking about, Donna?
This again?
Lay off him, Donald. Let's start out in this rainforest. What does the journey ahead look like, Ben?
Are you going to make us fight a bunch of monsters again? While I don't mind the combat, it is no fun when Donna smashes everything in a single hit.
I kinda agree. We've gotten pretty strong, but I'm sure Ben has things lined up for us. What are you doing there, Ben?
Nothing. Just getting some stuff in order.
Look, he was going to make us fight more of those monkeys. Again, come on, Ben. You can do better than that.
No worries. I have more than that planned out. A good dungeon master always has a backup plan, for if the players want to derail the session. Let's see. Right, found it. Okay. Your journey through the rainforest is much simpler than your first trek through the woods, owing to your growth in strength and teamwork. On the third day, however, right in the middle of your path, the party sees a luminescent glow through the trees. If it were not the middle of the day, you might have confused it with a beam of moonlight, but that isn't possible. The foliage obscures too much of the light for any ray to reach the forest floor.
Let's approach cautiously. Can I see what it is with my dark vision?
A bit. You can make out a stump ahead, and there is an unidentified object on top of it that is emitting the light.
Can I use identify or sense magic in the area?
You try to ascertain the magical properties of this orb, but the area around you negates the magic for some reason.
No choice but to get closer then. Benjen, why don't you preemptively bless us in case this is a trap?
Righto. Oh, goddess of harmony, hear my prayer. Protect us from all evil in this forest.
You know that you don't have to actually pray, Benjen. You can just say that you're using the spell.
I am getting into the role play, Donna. You should understand that.
Fair enough. All right, let's approach the light.
The three of you spot a strange glass orb containing a green gaseous substance, sparkling within. It sits atop a bed of carefully folded flowers and leaves. For all you can see, it's as if it has been waiting for someone to stumble across it. Or perhaps someone left it here for you to find.
Is it worth any money?
I should probably make you roll for that, but I won't. Donna, other than this object being a strange trinket, it doesn't have any other signs or reasons to be particularly valuable.
I'm gonna smash it then.
Hold on, Donna. Let's not do anything rash.
Why would your mind go right to smashing it?
Because it looks, from Ben's description, like a smoke bomb. And those are meant to be smashed.
Okay, but following that logic, shouldn't we just hold on to it and smash it when a good opportunity arises?
Why can't you let me live a little, Marrack?
How about we hold on to it and when the time comes, we'll let you smash it, Donna?
Deal!
I'd rather that you guys didn't smash it, but if that's what you want to do, I'll be a good dungeon master. I'll adjust. That's what I'm here for.
No worries, Ben. We'll contain Donna's destructive urges. Ha! It's like Donna is the dark urge. Man, I love Baldur's Gate 3. Our writer has been playing that for studying purposes and is currently doing an evil run. It's basically a run where one can let all intrusive thoughts and impulses win. It truly is a Donna run.
If we recontextualize Donna as the dark urge, it explains so much.
The Donna urge.
I don't understand what any of you are saying, but I know enough to be mad.
Can we get back to the story?
All right, I'll pocket this strange orb artifact. Or, I assume it's some kind of magical artifact. If it really is a smoke bomb, I don't know. When we make camp later, I want to cast Identify on it. At least let me do that before you smash it, Donna.
Fine. But if it turns out really to be a smoke bomb, then you will forfeit all your possessions to Donna.
I am not doing that. Make a more reasonable request. Donna, why don't you pick up the orb first?
You want to see if there's some kind of trap, right? And why is it that I have to be the one to test for the trap?
Besides you wanting to smash it in the first place, you have the most HP out of us, so you can tank the hits. Benjen can heal you anyway.
For what it's worth, none of you can sense the presence of any traps.
I'll be sure to remember how much you all need Donna when you are gasping for help on the battlefield. I'll pick up this little bauble.
And nothing happens.
Really? Nothing?
Nothing. Aside from the glow dying down as you put it away?
Well, okay then. I'll hold on to it and we can check it out when we make camp. I was sure something would happen.
As you step out of the area with the stump, you hear rustling behind you.
I'll turn around with my trident in hand. I knew it! A trap!
Sorry, couldn't resist messing with you. It's just the shuffling of some leaves through the wind, though you do notice that the stump is strangely gone.
Like it vanished?
Exactly.
Anything in its place?
Nope. It's as if the strange little altar was swallowed up by the woods.
Yeah, not suspicious at all.
I looked in my spell book, and I have the spell Protection from Evil and Good, but it's not prepared. Can I use it anyway, just in case?
Well, that's not really how the rules work. I would probably let you do it since you're not in combat at the moment, but that spell only affects one person, not the whole party. Technically, though, I should make you prepare the spell ahead of time before using it. But, again, you guys can't sense the presence of any other creatures, so it's really not necessary.
Easy for you to say that when you know what's coming, Ben.
Good to know you have that spell, though, Benjen. Definitely prepare it once we get to the next dungeon.
Okie dokie. You can count on me, buddies.
The party continues their journey through the rainforest, and as the days and hours pass, the deep and lush foliage thins into sand and rock. The party has been walking slowly uphill for a while, but now you can see clear jumps and cliffs in the landscape, as well as feel a chill in the air. As the trees have thinned out, you now have a clearer look at the landscape. Up ahead, the party sees stone structures half broken and toppled over. The foundations of a castle appear to be built here. You can see jagged cracks where the stones were broken. Scorch marks cover the area in strange, winding patterns.
These must be the rift-blown ruins on the map. That name made me think it would be much more windy here. It sounds like the original structure was destroyed by something more deliberate than erosion and weather.
Don't forget that this whole island used to have storms every night.
Still, wind, rain, and lightning wouldn't lead to this much destruction. Or at least not the kind of destruction Ben is describing. Let's all go take a look.
Any enemies waiting for an ambush? I know you, Ben.
Donna, you can't perceive any other creatures in the immediate area besides the three of you. In any case, you would have seen them as you approached the wreckage and ruins. So much of the stonework is broken away that the walls have gaping holes and only reach as high as your knees in some places.
Can I make a history check? I want to know how old these ruins are. I rolled a 12.
Although the style of the stonework is different from what you have seen, the weathering of the foundation points to the ruins being at least several centuries old, though it could extend as far as 500 or 600 years old.
Wow, now, are these ruins part of a dungeon or are we looking at a ruined exterior?
As far as you can see, there's no entrance to a dungeon like you found at the temples.
Got it, all right.
Wait, so what is the point of us being here? There's no dungeon to go through, no people or creatures here to fight. This is a waste of time.
Obviously not, Donna. Memm suggested that we stop here. Logically speaking, we wouldn't be encouraged to take a look if there was nothing to see. In any case, maybe we should each have our own look around. We can't exactly be ambushed here, right?
There's no place for an enemy to hide in order to surprise you, no.
Right. Then we can each have a look around. I want to search the Foundation for any hidden secrets or magic. What about you two?
I'll scavenge for treasure. If there is anything to find here, Donna will sniff it out.
I will look around to see if there are any plaques or statues similar to the ones we saw in the temples. Maybe there is some information about the ritual music that we would find useful.
That's a great plan, Benjen. All right. Are we all in earshot if we separate? So we can call for help if need be?
Definitely. The air howls around you at this altitude. The landscape is clear apart from this ruin.
Awesome.
Are we going to do these separately? Fine by me. Marrack, roll a perception check for me.
I got a 22.
Excellent. Marrack, as you look around the ruins, you notice a number of things. Firstly, on some parts of the stone are worn murals. You can see the faded and chipped paint, barely discernible shapes in the rocks. Under your feet, you feel something solid under packed layers of earth.
Can I dig anything up?
You can try with your hands, sure. As you dig up some of the earth, you find bits of broken wood from old furniture. You rolled very well, so you're able to find more items under the dirt than you would have. Namely, you find a couple of old books, faded, mildewed, and rotting. One of the books is extremely large and thick, bound in leather that has been eaten away in the soil.
Is anything still legible?
Rain and the soil has packed the pages together. You might be able to read some of it if you treat it carefully.
I want to put that aside for a second. Anything else I find in the soil?
None of you have a shovel, so you would have to dig with your hands, and there's no guarantee you would find anything.
Never mind then. I found 2 books. What about the second one?
The second book is much smaller than the first, and the ink is less blotted from moisture. It appears to be a book of sheet music.
I'll give that to Benjen when we reconvene. All right. Now, what about these murals you mentioned? Give me the rundown on those. I smell plot.
Your nose is sharp. As you survey the ruins, you find a number of murals peeking out from ruined stone and broken walls. In many, despite the weathering, you can spot a similar figure of a bearded man crowned in jewels of blue and black. In some, he wields a great sword. In others, he sits upon a throne.
Maybe we've just discovered the monarchy bit that comes from the kingdom of Melodia. Hypothetically, Ben, if I made some sketches of these murals in one of my books, can I ask you some questions about them later, even if it's days later?
Sure, within reason.
Then I'll do that.
While you do that, seems like a good time to transition to another member of the party. Donna?
I am ready to sniff out any and all gold in these ruins.
Well, you'll be sniffing hard because there aren't any chests or loot lying around.
Damn it. Well, what can I see?
How about you roll investigation? Let's see what you can uncover.
Ha, that's a 17.
Huh. Didn't expect you to roll that well. All right, then. Donna, while you can't find signs out loot in the ruins, you do manage to find bits of decoration that would have been part of this castle, which broke off from walls and were buried in the dirt. You find wall mounts where ancient weapons would have been stored. Evidence, perhaps, of an ancient armory.
I will go full hands in the dirt to find any buried loot.
How about you roll athletics?
16.
Wow. Buried in the dirt, a foot or so down, Donna, you uncover broken bits of an old statue. It has long since toppled over, and your digging uncovers the face and shoulders of the statue, as well as a sword in its hands.
I will dig that sword out. Let me see it.
Centuries of being buried in the dirt has rusted the metal of the sword, but you notice unmistakable patterns of grandeur in the metalwork. Upon further inspection, you can even see the same smith's markings on this sword, which you have seen somewhere else. Why don't you roll investigation to see if you can remember where you have seen this symbol before?
Shit, I only got an 8.
You have such a strong feeling that you've seen this marking before. You can even recall that you've seen this symbol during your journey through Melodia.
Someone in the comments give me the answer.
That's cheating.
Like hell it is. Ben just gave me a bunch of hints like he wants me to figure it out. Someone will figure it out.
Fair game if someone guesses about the mark or deduces the answer. While you think about that, Donna, let's go to Benjen.
My turn.
Benjen, I think you mentioned wanting to look around for anything relating to music.
Yeah, if music is such an integral part of this kingdom, I want to see if I can find any evidence or history about its use.
I did find this sheet music book. I'll go ahead and give that to Benjen if he wants to have a look.
Ben, Can I see anything else in the ruins? Something that the others missed?
Like what?
Maybe a stone plaque similar to the ones we've seen in the dungeons that tells us information about the goddess or ritual songs. Maybe a religious area similar to a chapel that people might have used for worship.
I see. Okay, roll investigation.
I got an 11. Not bad, but not great.
Benjen, as you walk through the castle ruins, you notice a few things. Namely, there are no murals depicting your goddess, or any religious figure for that matter, in the ruins.
I see. Curious.
But absence of a thing doesn't mean it doesn't or didn't exist, right?
Maybe. Maybe not. Let's continue. Benjen, as you continue your search through the ruins, you do come across a location, or room, that piques your interest. It is a large room, relatively empty apart from ancient braziers that once held roaring fires. Behind them is yet another mural, but this one depicts the bearded king reaching out for a star shooting down from the heavens to earth.
There's no mention of music or anything in these murals?
Not that you can see. Many of the murals are fractured and broken, however. You can see small pieces of images or faint lines in a color here and there, but some of the murals have been completely lost to time. You don't find any statues of the goddess either in any of the ruins.
I think we should reconvene and look at our findings. I want to have a look at the large book I found. And Benjen, take a look at the book of sheet music I gave you. I'm sure Ben is going to make us do some rolls to see what we can discover.
And also to see if you can crack open the books without damaging the pages. That is a real possibility.
Suddenly, I'm much more nervous. All right, what do we need to roll?
Both of you roll performance and then investigation.
I got an 11 for performance and a 13 for investigation.
And I got 21 for performance and 16 for investigation.
All right then, we'll start with Marrack. Marrack, you are able to pry open part of the book to reveal a cover page. The book is apparently a historical record of royal families across the world, or at least the material plane. Thanks to your noble ancestry, Marrack, you recognize a few of the names as families that you studied in your upbringing, although the names are extremely old. This is a book that would have been kept by another noble as an ongoing record of other kingdoms.
I would assume the book has information about the nobles or royals of this kingdom. What can I find about that?
Yes, I am getting to that. You flip to the pages that should hold information about Melodia, but the pages appear to be blotted with large splotches of ink. Some of the pages, it appears at least, that someone tried to tear them out of the book, but evidently that was not possible. The parchment is stretched taut in a few places. You can see the imprints of someone's fingers trying to tear apart the book.
Can I cast Detect Magic on the book to see if there's any hidden property about it?
Sure. You do feel that the book has some protective enchantments around it that would prevent the book from being completely destroyed by things like decay. This apparently also protects against intentionally destroying the pages through tearing.
Interesting. So someone tried to take out the pages about Melodia. But to what end? What was their reasoning or motivation? Something else I want to check. Are there pages about Harmonia?
Yes. There is a page for Harmonia right after Melodia's pages, but they are completely blank.
Blank? I'm using Detect Magic, so are they not just obscured?
No, they're blank.
That's weird. All right. Benjen, why don't you take a look at that other book?
Okie dokie. What did I find, Ben? I rolled pretty well.
Very well, actually. As you open the book, you find the title page, faded, but still readable. The book is called Songs Beyond the Sister Kingdoms. Underneath the title is a handwritten note. May your days always be filled with music. The sheet music you find in the book is familiar to you, Benjen. You have seen many of these songs in your time as a bard. Much are commonly requested in taverns by adventurers and folks seeking entertainment. You note that some of the songs appear to be variations on the tunes you have heard, or perhaps the ones you have heard are variations of the tunes written here.
Interesting. Does that book have any sort of magical properties?
No. You do not sense any magic coming from the Book of Music, nor does Marrack, even with his magic.
Odd. Very odd indeed. I have some thoughts swirling now. Donna, what about what you found?
I found a rusty old sword, but I'm keeping it. I will bring it to a smith to have it restored and add it to my arsenal. On that note, do either of you notice anything about this sword? Anything about the smith's marks? Anything familiar that you've seen before?
I'll have to step in here. You already rolled for that, Donna. No backdooring here. Think on it for a while outside of our session. It might come to you. Anyway, as the three of you talk, you hear the sound of wings in the distance. A reptilian cry rings across the landscape, shaking the ground under you. The sound comes closer, looming over the party, until you see the figure of a great bronzy dragon peering down at the party with a narrow-eyed gaze.
I am Argathrax. Who are you who intrudes upon these halls? Who has stopped my comforting thunderous nights? Who has forced me to fly in these silent winds despite my slumber? Name yourselves here and now.
I run out with my arms out. Oh, great dragon, I am Donna, the warrior woman of the Gold Coast tribe under the dragon Aunavir.
I do not know this name, and who are these two others? Speak quickly.
I am Marrack the wizard.
And I am Benjen the bard and cleric, O magnificent creature. Let us be great friends on this day. I am a friend to all animals and creatures, O great dragon.
Benjen has lost his mind well and truly, I think. He's trying to be besties with a dragon.
If I can tame him, I can put him in this cage pendant.
Don't you even think of that in his presence, Benjen. Stop that right now. He will absolutely destroy you.
The dragon's wings beat, and he moves lower to gaze at the party.
Tame me? You seek to tame me? Human insolence still knows no bounds. Shall I teach them to you?
No, apologies. He was,
We haven't taken him to a doctor to treat his dementia yet.
Yeah, what she said. He's got bad dementia and forgets what's going on all the time.
You actually agree with me?
For this one case.
The dragon eyes you further.
You're treading upon the ground of a forgotten king, why?
We were directed here by Memm. Do you know Memm?
That mushroom brat is still stomping around. I should raise her, Forest. And she is the one who had you wake me.
I don't know about that. We're just on a religious pilgrimage for the goddess of harmony.
At this, the dragon lets out a tired huff.
Yes, that goddess, but why must you disrupt my evening thunderstorms?
We didn't know, so that would disrupt things. Apologies. We were just doing as we thought we should.
Humph. Of course you do not understand. You must do only as you are bid. And I bid you to not disturb me again, lest I cast you into the depths. Or perhaps that is where Miss Memm wishes for you to be cast.
The dragon's great wings beat, sending him further into the sky. He is gone in another moment, leaving only the faint sound of his wings in the distance.
Well, shall we continue on this journey?
Really? Nothing to say all that?
I'm sad I couldn't put him in this cage artifact. Prince Hops needs a friend.
I don't think you could fit both of them in there in the first place. And in the second place, I don't think a dragon would get along with a frog. And most importantly, you could never make a dragon your familiar, Benjen. Keep dreaming.
Exactly, Benjen. If you want to have a relationship with dragons like I do, then you must do as I do. Train your body into a godly masterpiece. Learn to throw axes so well that you strike fear in all who look at you.
Maybe Donna has a point. If I train myself, I can be besties with the dragon. What was his name again?
Argathrax was what he said.
And he mentioned us being in the halls of a forgotten king. Of course, that's what I expected when looking at the murals. But I guess it's nice to have it confirmed.
Hey, Marrack, what is the meaning of someone catching a falling star in a mural?
Right, to our information sharing. Obviously, we all heard what Ben told each of us, so we can share our thoughts. Ben, can I roll a religion or arcana check?
Let's do both. Switch it up and get crazy.
9 for religion and...
And?
Ha-ha! He got a nat 1 on Arcana. Marrack the wizard got a critical failure when trying to recall information about magic. This is my favorite day. My favorite session.
Okay. Well, Marrack. Stars are used as religious symbols in a variety of religions, but their names escape you. And, for some reason, you can't remember a single thing about stars' use in magic and arcane lore. Perhaps you fell asleep on those days of studying.
Damn, well, it was bound to happen one day. I'll make a note of the murals and maybe we'll run into something about it later.
So that's it? We looked at some paintings and I found a dull sword?
Donna, you need to be nicer to our DM. Ben is doing a good job.
Yeah, and if you keep being mean to him, Benjen and I will help enable him to destroy you and your character.
It's okay, guys. Let's keep going. Long road to the next temple and all. Onward.
Yep, let's keep going towards that river we saw on the map. Forwards we go.
All right. The party continues their march to the next temple. A ways later, in the distance, you can see the faint outline of a rickety bridge stretching over the cliffs and a chasm stretching like a gash across the mountains and hills. Judging from the time it's taken you to arrive, you must be close to the river marked on Oxius' map.
Looks like that's our ticket to crossing the river we saw on Oxius's old map. Unless we want to walk all the way around the river and through the forest again.
Nope, if we die, we die.
I do not at all appreciate approaching our problems with that mind frame, Donna. We're going to have to think of a way to de-incentivize you dying. Like, Ben will make your next character weak, ugly, and poor.
Okay, I was just joking, guys. Ha ha. Come on now, don't be like that.
If this bridge goes over a river inside the crevasse, then at least if we fall off the bridge, we'll fall in the water.
To be fair, hitting water from extreme heights can be pretty devastating.
Ah, pooey.
Let us have some fantasy in this fantasy game, Ben. The real world is already crushing enough.
All right, settle down. It's fine, since the bridge is intact. Marrack, you do notice, however, that this would be a perfect place for an ambush, especially from winged enemies.
I hear the unspoken hint.
Okay, I will preemptively cast Bliss and use Bardic Inspiration on,
Use it on Donna. She doesn't have the range combat that you and I do.
How dare you!
As far as I remember, you only have darts to throw.
I should have kept Mavana's sling. Just shows that it never pays to be nice. All right, Ben, we're going on to this rickety bridge.
The bridge is made of very old wood and stretched across the rocky cliffside, swinging in the howling wind. The air up here is chilly and bites at your skin. As you step onto the bridge, the ancient wood creaks but holds your weight. Halfway across the bridge, shards of ice are clinging to the worn rope, owing to the freezing temperatures at this new altitude. At about 3/4 of the way across Marrack, you notice something strange about the shards of ice on the rope. It seems as if they are quite deliberately placed. And as you step forward, it's an ambush. The shards of ice move and morph into 7 ice mephits which had been poised, waiting, on the bridge.
Yep, here we go!
I need each of you to make 3 dexterity saving throws and tell me the total.
37.
51, I rolled a nat 20 on one of them.
29.
Marrack, you are able to dodge the frost breath of a few of the monsters, but still get hit by one of them, which was perfectly positioned to attack. You take 10 points of cold damage. Donna, while you are able to dodge most of the blasts, you still take 2 points of cold damage from the icy cone. Benjen, unfortunately, you take most of the icy blasts, 15 points of cold damage.
That is not good. Can I pass my crossbow to Donna for this fight? I will rely on my spells to support the party.
I'll allow that. I should probably make that use up an action. But I'm not that mean. Anyway, you all need to roll initiative.
I got an unnatural 20.
I got a 13.
I got a 7. My rolls are not good today. I need to pray to the goddess for...
Holy shit, Joe. She is not real. Chill.
Just let me calculate that together. Okay. The combat order will go. Marrack, Donna, Mephit 1, Biden, and then Mephits 2-7.
Then I'm up first. Ben, how long is the rest of this bridge?
About 30 or so feet.
All right. I'm going to Misty Step ahead of the party as a bonus action and position myself so that I can attack 3 of the Mephits in a line. There's one on the bridge that line up pretty well, with 2 more off the bridge. Then I will cast Lightning Bolt at the 3 Mephits in a line. Dex save is 14.
And the Mephits succeed in twisting slightly out of the way of your spell, but the electric current crawls all over their winged bodies, clawing at any skin it finds. The 3 Mephits each take... Give me half the damage you roll, Marrack.
31 damage, so...
I'll round it up to 16. They each take 16 damage. They are extremely wounded from the blast, and staying in air is taking them great effort. Donna, it is your turn. I believe you now get to make 2 attacks per action.
Right you are, Ben. Marrack may have impressed me with that damage, but Donna can do just as well. She'll use her new crossbow and aim at Mephit 2 and...
No, Donna. Pick off the ones that I weakened.
What? That's no fun.
It's better if we can first whittle down the numbers, Donna. Then you can show us how powerful you are. We're outnumbered right now, and that's dangerous.
Fine. I'll aim at Mephits. 4 and 7 for my 2 attacks. I got a 22 and 13 on the hits.
Those both hit. What's the damage? Though you'll probably kill these with any attack.
5 damage on each.
Yep, that'll do it for Mephit's 4 and 7. It's Mephit number 1's turn. It flies towards Benjen and Donna, claws bared, and slashes. It goes for Benjen. 17 to hit and deals 2 slashing damage. In addition, Benjen, as the monster's claws tear at your flesh, you feel ice prickling through your blood. You take an additional single point of cold damage.
Oh, this is not good.
Good thing it's your turn.
Right, okay. First, I will eat one of the red berries we got in the dungeon as a bonus action. It heals me for 8 points. Next.
You are concentrating on the Bless spell still.
Oh, I forgot.
Shocker.
In that case, I will cast Vicious Mockery at Mephit number 2. The wisdom save is 14.
That hits. Tell me the damage and how it goes down.
I strike a pose and wag my finger at the Mephit. Yo, mama so ugly, Hello Kitty said goodbye.
I rate that 1-5 out of 10.
I didn't think it was too bad.
The Mephit takes 8 points of psychic damage.
Got it. All right. Next, it is the Horde of Mephit's turn. Mephits 2, 3, 5, and 6 are poised to attack. Mephits 2 and 3 lunge at Benjen, claws bared, but only one of them is successful in their quarry. Benjen, you take 2 points of slashing damage as the monster screeches, trying to tear into you. After a moment, you feel the accompanying cold and take another 2 points of cold damage.
Why are they only attacking me?
They smell weakness.
Mephit 5 sends a cone of frost towards Donna and Benjen, while Mephit 6 does the same at Marrack. All of you make a dex saving throw.
17 for me.
3. That is bullshit.
I got 13.
Marrack and Benjen are able to dodge out of the way of most of the blast, taking only 3 points of cold damage, but Donna, you take the full force of the blast, dealing 6 points of cold damage.
Oh, is that it? Easy?
I wouldn't say it's easy, Donna. Benjen and I are pretty low health.
And whose fault is that? You two could be playing a better class. Instead, you chose to be squishy. Now deal with the consequences.
We're back at the top of the round. Marrack, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna Misty Step back behind the party and cast Lightning Bolt again, this time aiming to get Mephits. 1 and 3 lined up. Dex save is still 14.
And it hits both. What's the damage?
24 damage.
Want to narrate how it goes?
I center myself and shoot forth a jet of lightning in a blinding flash that shoots towards the monsters like stars.
That's going to one-shot both of them.
What the hell? Why is Marrack dealing so much damage?
It's a 3rd level spell. I can't do it all the time anyway. I use both my slots.
Donna, it's your turn.
Right, so Mephits 2, 5, and 6 are left?
Yep. 5 is heavily injured, 2 is looking all right, and 6 is fully healthy.
I'll pick off 5 and 2, I guess.
Are you using the crossbow again?
Yep, and that's 17 and 15 to hit.
Both hit. Tell me the damage for each. And you might want to specify which Mephit you attack.
Okay, 9 damage to Mephit 5, the heavily damaged one.
And that will kill it.
And 8 damage to Mephit 2.
Donna, your crossbow bolt ends one of the Mephits, but the other is still managing to stay flying. To your credit, however, it is looking extremely wounded. Next in the combat order is Benjen. Remember, Benjen, your blessing is still active, as is Bardic Inspiration, unless Donna used it.
I used it.
Okay, then I'll use Bardic Inspiration again on Donna. Go, Donna! Donna, she's our man. If she can't do it, no one can.
I am a woman, Benjen.
It just doesn't have the same ring to it if I change the chant, though. Then I'll use Vicious Mockery again on the Mephit that is heavily injured.
It hits.
Then it will take 4 points of psychic damage. Let me think of a good insult. Mr. Mephit, I hope your wife brings a date to your funeral.
That one was better, 7 out of 10.
Nice! That finishes off Mephit 2. The only one left is number 6, which flies closer to the group to attack. His icy claws glisten in the sunlight, and he lunges towards Donna. His claws reach forth, slashing, dealing 5 points of slashing damage and 2 points of cold damage.
No problem. Donna is still good to go.
And we're back at the top of the round with Marrack.
Got it. This time I'm going to cast Acid Arrow as a 2nd level spell, and that's 11 to hit.
That actually does hit.
Sweet. That's going to do 8 points of acid damage. And at the end of its next turn, it will take an additional 2d4 points of acid damage. As I raise my hand to fling the magic at the monster, the putrid arrow zings through the air, splashing muck all over the Mephite.
Disgustingly appropriate. Nice. Donna, you're up.
Crossbow time again. 22 to hit and 3 piercing damage, then 17 to hit and 2 piercing damage. Damn it, when can I use my new trident? Benjen rigged his crossbow, and he rigged my dice too.
Don't worry, Donna. Trident time will come in the future. Anyway, your crossbow bolts hurl at the creature and make a devastating impact. The monster is looking very tired and struggling to stay in the air.
My turn? I have an idea, Ben.
Hit me with it.
No, we don't do that anymore, Ben. It's illegal now.
I think hitting people was always illegal. Anyway, what is your idea, Benjen?
I want to cast Sleep on the creature, because it will make it fall out of the sky and go splat down below.
Disgustingly graphic, yet an interesting solution to the fight. You three always find a way to surprise me. I'll allow it. Roll 5d8 to see how many hit points of creatures the spell will affect. I mean, there's only one Mephit remaining, so even if you roll extremely poorly...
I got 16.
Yep, that'll do it. Want to narrate how it goes?
I will channel Marrack's energy as I narrate this. I raise my hands with a giggle. Nighty-night time. Sleep tight. Don't let the Mephits bite. And he goes down to snooze.
Yep. And that sends the Mephit spiraling down to the depths of this chasm. A somewhat brutal image by the end of that plummet.
Night-night, Mr. Mephit.
Benjen, that's surprisingly horrifying.
Night-night.
Right.
Speaking of night-night, my eyes are getting sleepy too.
We could close up the session if you guys want to do that. If that's the play, though, I'd like the party to take a look at the artifact they found in the woods.
I'm side-eyeing you, Ben.
Y'all should have let me smash it.
We might do just that, Donna, depending on what Ben is doing right now. All right. I'll cast Identify on the glass artifact to see its magical properties.
Marrack, as your magic washes over the artifact, the smoke within it spills out, covering the party in a thick, blinding mess. You feel your body spin and vertigo overtakes your senses.
I told you we should have smashed it!
Wouldn't the smoke come out of it if you smashed it, though?
The smoke spins around the party like an arcane tornado, and for several minutes, you feel so overwhelmed that your mind is unable to process any additional information. Finally, however, the smoke dissipates, and as you each open your eyes and clear your vision, you find yourself buried in a dark forest, familiar yet unfamiliar.
Are we back in the damn rainforest? Again?
Who knows? We will pick it up in our next episode, which will be a special Halloween episode. I'm very excited for you all to see it. And this is a great place to stop.
So the special Halloween episode is going to be canon in the story?
Certainly is. It's going to be fun. To the viewers, thank you so much for watching. This is a bit shorter than our regular episodes, but we hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Leave a comment letting us know what you thought, and like the video if you made it this far. Also, if you aren't subscribed despite watching so much of the campaign, please do so. We're excited to bring even more episodes to this campaign. Again, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.